All right, perfect. Now that I got my 47 pairs of dentures, I should be good to check out. Where the price at, though?
Hidden fees, an additional charge to a customer's purchase that they may not be aware of. Quite the oxymoron, considering that despite them being called hidden, they're literally everywhere. And despite them being everywhere, we still struggle to avoid them. They're normalized, treated as commonplace. And that's without even mentioning that the charges are for the most absurd things, like ghost kitchens, where chain restaurants charge more for certain items under the roof of a supposed local restaurant where they use false delivery fees to maximize profits. But where can we find hidden fees the most? Or in other words, who would be most susceptible to these hidden fees? A traveler. There's hidden fees in the ground transportation, there's hidden fees in the service, there's hidden fees in the hotel you reside in, and that's without even talking about the... Airlines have been overcharging their tickets for years, but one of the most infamous for doing so is Frontier Airlines. At first glance, there's nothing particularly wrong with these ticket prices, but what doesn't make any sense whatsoever is them charging extra for booking a flight anywhere but in person. Whether that's through their website, through a call, or anywhere online, there will always be an extra $35 charge. With technology becoming the future of our world, the extra charge will eventually lead to Frontier's downfall. Not to mention, depending on when you check in your bags, the price could increase by 400%, going from $15 to $75. This could be reasoned with given that your ability to check in bags is reliant on how much space there is in the aircraft. But what doesn't make sense is the price for carry-on doubling depending on when you pay for it, going from $30 to $60. This could be dependent on space in the cabin, but even if you only had one carry-on to put under the seat in front of you, there's no reason for there to be a $60 charge, much less having a charge at all. All of that's already extremely absurd, and we haven't even talked about... A similar danger for frequent travelers is hotel room fees. A scandal much like Frontier recently emerged in Hyatt hotel franchise. For the most part, the customer would gloss over it as the idea of an extra charge alongside other charges wouldn't feel like much of anything. The particular fee we're talking about here is the destination fee. And the name fits in right with items like occupancy tax. However, while occupancy tax is a federally mandated tax on businesses offering lodging, destination fees seem to have no logical basis. Hyatt's page reports that this fee is required to provide amenities like beverages, shoe shining, discounts at certain businesses during the customer's stay. However, this destination fee is only mentioned in the fine print on that website, and the numerical value of it isn't added to the price tag until the customer receives the receipt. Since this fee can sneak up on a user of the hotel, the $25 a night will become substantial to them. And at some of Hyatt's nicer hotels, it's been up to $35 a night. Hyatt is not in any legal trouble for this yet, although it recently became public knowledge and there's no evidence of a destination fee anymore on their website. However, if a destination fee happens to be present, travel bloggers recommend that you just call Hyatt and ask to waive the destination fee. They were able to see success by simply telling the hotel booking people that you won't be using any of the amenities. And just by doing that, you could be saving yourself hundreds of dollars per trip. But with all of that being said, you're likely asking yourself, no, I'm sure just like Past Me said, you're probably wondering, so you told me all of this information, but now, what do I do with it? I want you to know what you're paying for, because once you know what you're paying for, you'll turn from this to this. Know what you're paying for, because at the end of the day, if you don't know how much you're paying, how do you know how much it's worth?